Fletcher, and joining me, I have CJ Franco in the studio from FBoy Island, and now the GOAT. Congratulations, obviously, on all of your success. How are you feeling? Let's just kind of start there. How's everything been? I know that you've been promoting the GOAT and everything, and how are you?
You know, I'm doing really well. I do wish that one of these shows would have a better title.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only so many times I can hear FBoy Island. Like,
Right.
It really just, a little piece of my soul dies every time I have to hear that. Because I didn't know the name of the show.
Oh, gosh.
They didn't tell us. So now I have to hear it for the rest of my life.
For the rest of your life.
My kids will have to hear it when I pick them up from daycare.
Oh my gosh. Wait, was it one of those where was it like we're shooting the show, we have an idea of we know the show's concept, but we don't have a title yet?
Untitled dating show.
Yeah. Oh,
Those
man.
fuckers.
And that's what they landed
Oh my
on.
God, can I swear? Those fuckers.
That was so cute and polite, the way that you said it. Well, I do have to ask you, obviously in terms of that show, we'll kind of start there and then we'll move forward, but would you go into another dating show? And also, what led you to apply for an untitled dating show like that?
You know, no, I would not. I would not do this again. I had the best time because we shot mid-pandemic, so there was nothing else to do. Nothing. We were all at home. I was lonely. I was, I was making parody drink things on.
Oh, that's fun though.
But I was putting toilet paper in them.
Oh.
No, I had too much time. I was so bored. I got this offer from my modeling agency that's hey, these producers keep trying to reach you. And when they pitched it to me, it just sounded so silly and dumb and light. And then I was first cast, and they were just do whatever you want to do. And I'm in a beautiful island. They let me just do whatever I wanted. And then I didn't worry because it was just, it was going to work out.
Yeah.
It did not work out. But it was a really, really fun adventure. And I think that is the coolest thing I could have done during the pandemic. I do wish they had given me a better name. But they're the same producers that I did the GOAT with. So obviously I do trust them a little bit.
That's fun. So that was going to be my next question. Obviously, how did the GOAT come to be, and what was it like? Even I know with reality TV, you get so many people, especially we've seen a lot of the Love Is Blind cast coming out, and they're oh, this was traumatizing. There need to be a bunch of parameters and stipulations put into place. Coming back to be offered to go back on reality, what was going through your head? Were you oh, this is an indefinite yes, I need to think on this, sell me on this? Where did you kind of land when you were pitched with this project?
After FBoy Island, I said I was never going to do another reality show again. It was traumatic. I think it is doing reality TV. Everyone, I love anyone that says it's a great experience. Everyone I know, and I know a lot of reality people, everyone has the same thing where we go, you know what? This is fun, this is entertaining, but it does take a toll on you. So I didn't initially want to do it again, but when, it's people give birth. They tear. They tear.
Yeah.
And then they forget the pain, and they have another baby. You have to forget the pain. So obviously, I have some amnesia, and I went back.
But you went back,
I can only compare it to giving birth.
Oh, baby. I'm so sorry. Are you
so sorry.
looking back, obviously, with this experience and with having this other show come out, are you glad that you made the decision to go back? And would you, if you had a third opportunity for reality, you think you're done now? You'd tap out? You wouldn't do it? Or where do you stand with that?
Can I be honest with you?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm about to be really real with you. Okay, so I was afraid if I died in a freak accident, it would be CJ Franco from FBoy Island, tragically dead, and I would forever be that.
Oh my.
And my soul just couldn't let it happen. So I was what's the name of this one?
They said the GOAT.
And I was dude, that's not really much better, but it's a little bit better. So when you ask if I do another show, I mean, what's the name?
Yeah.
If it's an inch better, then yeah.
Right.
The circle, I mean, that's just, I could do the circle.
Right, the circle. What else have we got? I mean, we've got Too Hot to Handle.
No,
you could,
no,
okay, well,
no.
I mean, here's the thing.
What are you talking about?
I was trying to give you better
Don't
names.
put that on the universe.
I won't. I won't do that to you.
We've been talking about doing the Amazing Race.
Okay, that one. We'll go with that one.
I mean,
that'd be fun.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know what I want.
That's okay.
No, actually, wait, I do. Wait, stop it.
What? Go for it.
You are giving me the giggles so hard right now.
Okay.
I'm like crying.
It's okay.
I do have this really fun idea that I want to do. I don't have a title for it yet, but I want to do a kids game show about animals. And I have this guy who's one of my friends. We're both animal lovers. We met at Mercy for Animals.
Okay.
And his name's Blake Moines.
Okay.
He's super cute, ranger, and we talked for hours. We have a really good idea for a show we want to do. So that's what I would want to do next, is like hosting something that's like fun and educational with kids and animals, and it's like uplifting. I want to only do like funny, uplifting projects.
I like that.
With better titles.
Better
I'm gonna have like a really serious title for some reason.
Yeah, well, it's just gonna come out of just a reactionary response to all of the other titles that you've had to deal with. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
All right, so then my next question to you is, if you had to choose any of your castmates from the GOAT
To die?
Well, I was gonna say to go on FBoy Island. Who would it be, and why?
First of all, I feel like they would, if I listed anyone's name right now, they would be insulted. Because when I had to reveal what show I was from, everyone was just like, what is that? Mm-hmm. What show is that? So I feel like I'd just probably pick the person I like the least.
Okay.
So I think Kristen Doty would be really fun. I'd love to see that for her.
Oh my gosh. I love this.
No, actually, Kristen and I, we're cool. We text. I also am just afraid of her. So.
Oh, are you
that.
friends with anybody from filming at all, or like?
Oh yeah.
Anything like that, or do you still see people, or have you kind of like?
Oh yeah.
That's good.
I'm like, no, I actually, everyone in the cast, except for one of them, she just is in her own world. But everybody essentially from the cast, and like especially like Justin Johnson, Alyssa Edwards, Jill Zarin, like Paola, a tech. I mean, a Joe, grocery store. Let me list everyone except for the one person, you know?
Right. We'll leave yes, I get that. I completely understand. I'm curious to know what it was like having the opportunity to compete against other reality TV stars. And I'm also curious knowing that you're competing against other people that have been in the reality space, which I love that shows are coming about now where we're seeing reality TV universes like mix and cross over. I think that's really fun. I love watching it personally. Did you watch their projects going into it? Did you make it a point to like educate yourself, or were you like, I've heard of these people, good enough, I'm gonna go in and do what I'm going to do? Like, what was your approach?
We didn't know. We didn't know anyone that was going to be there until they walked in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I had no idea. The only person I even recognized was, I think, Paola from the 90 Day Fiancé.
Oh, wow.
Everyone else, I mean, no, I don't, I'm not going to say it.
That's it.
I'm not going to say it.
You're fine.
Look at me. Look at me. Look at this self-restraint. I've gotten so good at interviews.
I love that. That is okay. I won't press you. Okay, so that's a unique experience, though, having the opportunity to kind of go in literally blind like that. That's got to be.
I go in blind to just like so many things. You guys should see me just walking into walls, like yeah. But I did feel like such a small fish in a big pond, because I was like, oh, you're from Survivor? Like, oh my God, you know, it's like shows that I know of and, you know, I've seen parts of, but I don't know them and how they played or their game. So yeah, I kind of didn't know what to expect, and like, oh, maybe like Reza, like I've seen Reza, but I try not to judge what's out there about them, because every experience that I have with somebody is a new experience, and I don't want to judge them off of something else. But if I had done a little research, I probably would have like stayed away from a few people and just minded my business.
That makes sense. I'm curious to ask you, especially like I mentioned, we're seeing other reality TV stars crossing into other shows. Would you ever do a show like Special Forces?
One of my hobbies and like passions is fight choreography and stunt training.
Yeah.
So I am used to getting my ass kicked, like literally kicked.
That is cool. How did you find yourself getting into the stunt and and fighting choreography and everything like that. What brought you into that space? Did you just like it, or did you have like a reason? Or
my partner at the time was working on a project where I just had to watch a lot of action, and it's like inspiring, and you see how it's all cut up. And I had some friends that were doing these stunts, and I was like, yeah, let me try. I didn't realize how damaged I was gonna get. I mean, if I'm doing 40 takes of it, a ninja flying kick, falling in the wrong place, and then I'm like, oh, you guys, I'm bruised. I have to stop. And they're like, oh, you're bruised. Oh no, get up.
You're like, but
it feels good though, like not being treated like you're precious. It feels like very liberating, and I think especially as a woman.
Totally.
I mean, look at me and my little pink fluff. But it feels really good to be treated like one of the guys. You know, I loved it, and it gave me this adrenaline that I just never have gotten from Pilates or wine
or yoga
or fucking yoga. Yeah, the downward dog could never. So,
oh my god, no child's pose, not this. That's funny. I love that about you, though. I think that's really great. I love stunt choreography. I had to take it in college. So it's really fun. I was trained in like knife and sword fighting. Swords?
Swords are heavy.
Yeah.
I've tried sword. I'm not.
They're very
got a
hard.
lot to learn.
I felt bad for my partner on that one. It was tricky.
What'd you do to your partner?
I didn't mean to, but I got him in his, region. I didn't mean to.
Which region?
His no square.
That was very intentional.
I didn't mean to. It was like we were parrying, and then I had to like lunge and like go in to like
the timing.
Yeah, the
if you're
timing.
off at all, it's like
yes,
and it's usually the other person.
Yeah, he needed a take 5. It was more like a take 10. I felt horrible. But stunt choreography is so much fun. That's my point of the tangent. I think it's really fun.
I hit like the first time I was doing like guns. The guy with Tony, he was unloading the clip. So he grabs the gun, he unloads it, and I didn't let go. And his hand got caught in the gun.
Oh, geez.
And he was like, it's fine. And he went like this, and blood just splashed across my face. I was like, I don't think you're fine.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
yeah,
geez.
No, I mean, pretty injured. Yeah.
Well, whoops. Oh, gosh.
Oopsie poopsie. Tough guys, though.
Yeah.
So look, I'm going to share something personal with you guys, okay? Me and my boyfriend, we had a threesome with 2 of my friends. I wasn't invited, but I heard it was amazing. Just like had to be there.
Well, obviously you're very funny, and I want to talk about your comedy. You've performed in the Pretty Funny Women series, which I think is really great. Now, when did you first realize that you were passionate about comedy? And also talk to me about what this opportunity was like and where you would like to see your comedy career kind of go.
I think for me, comedy's always just been something where, like, I'm the person that's like telling jokes at a funeral, But I'm like, this is what my friend would have wanted, This is like, they don't want, whatever. I like to lighten the mood. I like to make jokes, and also, I think a lot of people said I was funny because I was hot. So I was also misguided a little bit with the amount of humor that I had. I was not as funny as I thought I was.
Oh my
goodness. And so I did like these classes, and I got better for sure. Pretty Funny Women, that was a great platform. I got to meet a lot of different like writers, comedians, and people that like they've definitely pursued their comedic career like much further than I have. But it was a great way just to meet women in the industry. And like they would get me booked on like Comedy Store, Flappers, and then I started doing Models of Comedy, which is like a group, and we go and we do charity shows. So we've gone to like New York and Florida, and everything we do is for charity, which is really cool.
That's awesome.
But we did one for human trafficking, and I'll just tell you at one place that's not acceptable to be doing stand-up comedy, and it is definitely like following a human trafficking victim.
Oh my gosh, I feel like that.
That wasn't it. I got on stage and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna make you guys laugh. I can't do it. And they all laughed, and that was the only time they laughed during my set.
Oh my gosh. The trials and the tribulations of being a comedian. Who do you look to for comedy inspiration? Do you have like a favorite few comics that you're like, yes, this is it for me. Like this is who I would love to have a comedic career kind of like modeled after?
Oh my God. Whitney Rice, Nikki Glazer, Whitney Cummings.
Yeah.
I mean, Amy Schumer when she was poor. Once she got some money, she said, I'm out.
No. That's so funny. You give me like very much like Nikki Glazer vibes. I love her.
Yeah.
I love her comedy so much.
The
She's
roast.
So good.
I mean,
the roast. That's exactly.
Come on, she's just a
killed it.
legend.
She is. She really,
She's
really
paved her
is.
way.
Definitely.
But who else? I've been trying to get into more of like actors who also do stand up, and it's a little more obscure, but like Caitlin Riley.
For sure.
Everything she does is so solid. I went to one of her shows at the Largo, and she's like, "We need an audience member to come on stage," and I was like, "No, I couldn't.
Oh,
I couldn't." And she like wrote out like a scene and gave me a scene to perform on stage, and it was just like my dream. I was like, I get to work with like my comedic icon on stage
so
doing her material.
Yeah.
And it was so cool. And she touched my butt.
Oh my gosh.
Like it was on accident.
Right.
And she was like really apologetic. And I was like, girl, it's okay.
You're like, it's fine.
It's okay. I'm not gonna sue you.
I'm not gonna.
I'm gonna go in, public and talk about this.
That is so. I'm just gonna tell it. You're welcome. Hey, it's good promo for her though. So there you
Caitlin.
go.
Notice me, Caitlin. Oh my God, they said I'm a pick-me girl.
Really?
On my show, yeah, they call me a pick-me girl.
I don't think that you're
Is that a
pick
pick-me girl
me.
thing to do?
I don't think so.
I literally was like, Caitlin, please pick me.
I mean, well, I think you can do something like that, but like I think the pick me girl is more for like you do that throughout life, like in not every scenario, but like if you're exercising like pick me tendencies multiple times a day.
What's wrong with the teacher liking you?
I don't know.
What's wrong with male validation?
Right. I don't know. I'm all the teachers loved me. I was just the
What's wrong with that?
quiet little girl in the corner.
But then how is it also the opposite, where if you're going against the norm, you're
Right.
also a pick-me girl? How is it
I was
both?
talking to my friend on the phone about this the other day. We were going back and forth trying to figure out, like, why does it have such a negative connotation? Because, like, don't you kind of want to be? Like you said, don't you want people to like you? Or, like...
Well, I had to research a lot of it. I was so offended. And I guess the origin comes from Grey's Anatomy.
I didn't know that.
And she says, pick me, choose me, love me.
Yes. I've seen that meme
I
online.
want to be picked, chosen, loved.
Yeah,
I don't know what's wrong with that.
CJ Franco. Pick me, girl. Comic. And FBoy Island, The Goat, and other titles, like, there you go.
CJ Franco, pick me, girl, dead at 33.
No.
Is that the name of my show? I'm gonna lean into it. They can't hurt me with something I love.
No, yeah, exactly. Well, I do want to say thank you so much for spending some time with us and for coming and speaking with us today.
This is exactly what I needed today. So
Exactly.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. If you'd like to look into the camera and obviously just let everybody know where they can stay attuned with everything that's going on with you, social media, anything like that. And obviously check out The Goat.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I'm CJ Franco. Follow me on Instagram, and I just started a YouTube channel. It really sucks right now, so please just look. Just watch it on repeat and just leave the room. It's CJ Franco on YouTube. And I have reaction videos that I'm doing with Jill Zarin as well as Alyssa Edwards.
I love that. Thank you so much again.
But please watch it. I mean, I really need some help.
And hit subscribe.
I don't even know what to ask. Yeah,
hit
this is probably
subscribe.
why I'm failing.
I got you.
Thank you. Hi, I'm CJ Franco, and you've just been buzzed.
Prepare, because it's about to be ugly crying, lots of fighting. It's gonna get nasty.
I do not want to be this invested in a show called The Goat.
Now everybody head back into Goat Manor. Make alliances, talk trash, figure out which bathroom's gonna be used for poop.
I have diarrhea. You cannot do this to me.